Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be having a conversation about Taurus season rituals that I like to do, my self-care routine during Taurus season, and tips that I am going to be sharing with you guys because I think it's really important. But before we get started, do not forget to use the code MAMALOVE, which gives you 44% off all of my readings, all of my services, past life, tarot, astrology, energy healing, all of the things on my website, which will be linked down below with the code MAMALOVE. So definitely make sure you take advantage of it. It ends on Dominican Mother's Day, which is May 28th. Because you guys know I'm Dominican, so I wanted to run a Mother's Day sale for all the mamas. But with that being said, we're going to just jump into this video. When it comes to Taurus season, you guys know Taurus season is ruled by the planet of Venus, so love, pleasure, and money. Taurus is the sign that rules over finances, value, but also food. So one of my first things that I like to do, because Taurus is an earth sign, I have to maintain my already established grounded routine that I already do. So waking up in the morning, making sure, brushing my teeth, I take a shower, cleanse good for the day. And then once I come in and I'm ready, I will walk into the sunroom, which is like my altar room and also my apothecary, my working room. And I will, do my rituals for my spirits. So I will go in and work through all of my prayers. So I have a prayer routine that's very important to me because one, it keeps you grounded, keeps you very supported, but especially when you're not trying to meditate with spirit directly or dive into a guided meditation, prayer is super important. It's traditional for just every indigenous community to go into prayer to spirit, and so I make sure that I upkeep my prayer routines to all of my spirits. There's different ceremonies and rituals that I do within the morning for different spirits. They look differently because you guys know, obviously I'm Dominican, so I'm mixed. I have a lot of different ancestors and they need a different ritual. So certain spirits need a different ritual. So I try my best to honor them and the traditional traditions of different spiritual modalities in which I've inherited and that I've passed on and I'm like working through as well. So I will go through my morning routine with my spirits. I will then offer incense. I will check in on my wards. I offer incense about 3 to 4 to 5 times a day to my spirits because I work from home, so I get to do that. But I know it's not feasible for everybody, but I love incense as an offering and water as an offering. Obviously I will also offer different fruits or different like sweets depending on what it is. Like I don't really have candy and stuff in the house, but for some reason, like if it's Halloween and we bought candy to give out to the kids or something like that, I'll offer them candy too, just for the funs. But during Taurus season, I always have some sort of something in the kitchen that's like relatively sweet. Right now I have the dates with coconut shreds, which is literally just blended dates that are rolled into these little kind of circular, not balls, but it's just like a little circular rectangle and then rolled on top of coconut shreds. They're so good, and those are the only 2 ingredients. Very healthy, sweet, obviously, because dates are sweet, and I will also offer them to my spirits as well. They love it. It's just like a nice sweet treat. But yeah, there's different things depending on what's going on, what I also purchased while going food shopping, and I will have my different offerings that I will have for Santissima and everybody. So I'll make sure their altars are good and, change anything I need to change, but make sure my prayer routine is on point. Next, I go into food rituals and like kitchen witchery. I will take care of my kids because you guys know I gotta take care of Nyla, my kitten, and Pink, my dog. And then I will basically start my breakfast for the day. I consume a lot of fruit. This is one of the other things about Taurus energy and Taurus season is that Taurus rules food. And so this tends to be a time where you can kind of feed into your cravings a little bit and dive in a little bit to the things. And honestly, when it comes to Taurus season, if there's something that I'm craving and if I wake up craving something specifically, I will, you know, that's something I will do. I cook a lot, so it'll usually be like something that I love to cook or love to make that I'm just like craving the flavor for. And because I make it at home, I do a lot of kitchen witchery. I pray over my food, I activate the ingredients. I make sure that I'm working with any like spices or any type of seasonings that I'm using. I activate them for their use for whatever it is that I'm using, because I think it's important to do that and to make sure you're connecting to your food and grounding with your food. If I also consume a lot of fruit as well throughout the day, which to me is important. And it has, like, you know, when you're having like a foodgasm and you're just like thinking about, you're like salivating over that food, you're just thinking about all the flavor. For me, I get that a lot with fruits. It's always fruits. I love pineapple. I have a lot of kiwi right now, so love papaya. Oh my god, love consuming fruit. I eat fruit quite a lot during the day, and that's just one of the things that I like to consume. And so for me, because Taurus rules over food, I try not to eat like processed foods or not great foods, but I make sure that I'm eating grounding foods that are going to keep my energy up. So that's one of the things that I do when it comes to kitchen witchery. I will then go and water my plants pretty much every 3 to 4 days because I like to give them a breather. But I will check on, they're also some of my rewards are plants, so I will make sure I check in on them, their energy. I will check in on my protections. I will check in on the tree that I work with outside. I have like 3 different trees that I work with, but I will check in on my tree babies, my tree friends, and I will make sure that I'm good there. One of the things that I really love to do, especially during Taurus season, especially when it comes to working now with the sensual energies, because part of Taurus season upkeep for me is self-care and self-love and making sure that my routine is stable and good, and that I don't let myself and my energy get yucky and funky. So I do a lot of self-love. I love to read, so I obviously read. I love to play video games, so I do that as well. I will work on readings and make sure that I, you know, save space for everything that I need to do. But I also, if I'm like wanting to do something during Taurus season, I kind of let myself do whatever it is that my heart's, my solar plexus, my willpower is wanting me to do during that period of time. I think it's important to honor your body and what it's calling you to do, what you need to do. A lot of the time when I just intuitively go through the day, it helps me have a lot of realizations and synchronicities. So I just kind of let myself go through that and ebb and flow in there. And then I will go in, you know, sometimes like if I need to marinate something or whatever for food later, I'll do that. But I'll be consuming a lot of food during the day. It's fruits specifically during the day. I usually eat like twice a day, like meal wise, but I'll have like snacks, like peanuts. I will have fruits because fiber, and I love fruits. I just grew up in the islands eating fruit, so I'm just so used to eating fruit. And then when we're winding down into the night, I love to check up on my energies, but specifically my sacral energies during Taurus season. Part of the season is grounding, so I want to make sure that everything's good down there. So I like to, especially when it comes to, sometimes it's like in the morning and I'm like, ooh, I got a Yoni Steam today. I usually Yoni Steam every 3 to 4 days. So I will, you know, whip out my Yoni Steam blend, either this one or the High Priestess Yoni Steam blend that I make. So these are in my shop. The link to my shop will be down below for my website. But the Yoni Steam blend, all of the herbs were grown and sourced from Egypt and imported from Egypt. Love this blend, really powerful. I call it the High Priestess blend because it's meant to unlock gifts that are blocked in your sacral space, not only ancestrally, but from this lifetime and others that you just like need to tap into that energy. Yeah, I activated it for that. So the herbs are, it's real potent. Love this baby. Love working with it. Really amazing, really great for clearing sensual blockages down there, sacral blockages as well. Also healing when it comes to your own sensuality, your own body, and really, you know, bringing healing to your womb space. Love Yoni steaming, so I really love that one. And this is my Sacral Goddess Yoni Steam blend. I really love, well, Sacred Goddess Yoni Steam blend. I really love this one. This is, you can, first of all, you can basically get this customized if you fill out the form, which I'll have linked down below. If there's something specifically that, you know, you have questions, or like your specific, you know, womb has particular things that it goes through, you might have like a sensitive, or you might, you know, need a little bit of a different blend, like a little bit of a lighter blend. All of the blends generally are very supportive and are cleansing, you know, great for inflammation, great for different things. The herbs are all like very multi-dimensional, multi-purpose, so they really lend to, you know, your womb health. But if there's something specifically that you're trying to work through, I recommend doing the form. If not, if you just get the regular this blend without filling out the form, I'm going to send you the universal blend, which basically is great for any issue that you're having. And yeah, I love this blend. It's really nice, it's really gentle, it's really supportive. After Yoni Steam, I let myself, like, I will be in the house without any like undies on, and I know that's probably too much information, but first of all, your girl hates wearing clothes anyway, so it's fine. And it's my house, I work from home, nobody's, like, when babe is working and stuff, nobody's here, it's fine. Anyway, so after I let the Yoni breathe and, you know, have her moment, later on I will follow up with the crystal wand. Specifically these two, I have them charging on one of my plants specifically because I like to help them just ground, and, you know, as they're transmuting the energy, anything that residually, any funks, that any energy or blockages that they're getting rid of, I make sure I transmute that with my plants. And so this is my smoky quartz one. Absolutely love removing negativity and blockages, and ooh. And my rose quartz one, which I really love using, especially during Taurus season. Really great for supportive, to feel love, to really, you know, come back to center with your self-love and your self-care energy. So I really love this one as well. But that's what I like to do for my Taurus season rituals, are very much upkeeping and staying grounded within my body, staying grounded with food, making sure my womb is okay, because you got to upkeep there, and making sure that I have my regular spiritual routine that I'm following through, and I'm doing, and I'm taking moments to also self-love and self-care, and do things that my heart and my spirit are calling me to do within those moments. So yeah, what do you guys like to do during Taurus season? What are your routines look like? What do you feel comfortable doing? What is your preferred thing to do, and how do you ground yourself during Taurus season? I love spending time out in nature as well. I love going on walks. I love going to the parks. It's just really, it's a lot of fun. But I work with like plant energy a lot, work with my trees a lot. I work with the birds a lot. So it's just about upkeeping that routine and staying consistent with it. But anyway, I love you guys. I will see you on the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.